look into my eyes. I've got an eyeshadow tutorial just for you today for mature skin versus not so mature skin. Check it out. Happy Monday makeover, Glow Maker here at your service. And today we have a fun eyeshadow tutorial. I'm really excited to finally be able to do an eyeshadow tutorial. It is summertime and it's also mask time. So I figured, you know what? Eyeshadows make a lot of sense these days since we have those masks on, and guess what is getting noticed more and more than ever before? Our eyes. So today we're gonna look at a great eyeshadow tutorial that's gonna take into account summertime warmth and summertime fun, but I also want to give some hints about eyeshadows when you have mature skin versus when your skin is not in that mature stage yet. So I'm gonna do two separate eyes with two separate with two different contexts to them, but we're going to be using the same colors. So let's get started. So just FYI, I already have my mascara makeup on, my two highlight colors, one used to color correct, the other one used to just add some brightness. I have my contour on in indigo and the blush Frenchie on. I lined my lips with that contour as well, and then put a layer of Frenchie lip and cheek on that, and then topped it off with this cute little Burt's Bees. I think they call it, well, it's called liquid lipstick, but it's more of just like a little shine in coral. Today's colors are super fun. So whenever you purchase mascara products, if you purchase 4 and the more you go, the more you get rewarded, you get a free compact, and the compacts are cool. All right, really cool because they're magnetic and you can pick and choose what kind of eyeshadows, what kind of blush, what kind of highlights you're gonna snap in and out of it. So the more product you buy, the bigger free compact you get. So anyway, these are the colors we're gonna be using today. This one is called Bright Eyes. This is one of my absolute favorites called Zion. This is a nice brown, it's such a nice brown, called Basic. This is a kind of a lighter shimmer that is called Sabrina. And this one is just gonna add just a touch of little glowiness, and this one's called Blondie. I'm also gonna be using my eyeshadow everything brush, and that's it. That's all you need. So let's get started again. Okay, so on this eye, I'm going to be using the idea of having a mature eye, mature skin. So usually when our skin starts to mature a little bit, when we put shimmers on top of that mature skin, you're gonna start noticing that it might look a little crepey, like crepe paper, when you apply it on there. This one, not so mature skin, I'm not going to be shy about using that shimmer color on my lid area here. Now, with that being said, I feel like I'm 40 and I feel like I'm kind of in between. I have started to notice that if I use lighter shimmer colors up here in this area, it does look rather crepey. Today I'm using Bright Eyes, this kind of warm brownish shimmer. And it really, for me, I don't notice any crepiness on it. But I would, you know, as I age, I would start to notice that and I would change into my mature eye concept here. So with that being said, because this is a mature eye, and I'm going to say that the Bright Eyes now is going to cause that crepey look to it, I'm only going to be using matte colored eyeshadows on this lid part of my eye. Now I have a hooded eye, which means I have a flap of skin that comes over where you cannot, when my eyes are open, you cannot see the crease of my eyes. So when we have a hooded eye, you want to keep your eye open, put that dab of color to the outer corner, and then windshield wipe over. You don't want to go in just in your crease. You want to kind of go on top of that crease a little bit, so that when your eyes are open, you can see the color. Otherwise, you won't be able to see it because it's going to be hiding underneath that flap of skin. Make sense? All right, so mature eye, I'm going to dab into my Zion, my matte color, And I'm gonna add color to the outer corner. My eye is open. I keep my eye open so I can make sure I'm not just getting it into my crease, that I'm actually getting it above the crease. And just windshield wipe over just like this. Now, I don't want to take the color all the way into the eye. I want to stop either right here where it lines up to the outer edge of your pupil or your iris, whichever. I think I messed up last video too. Whatever, okay, you get what I mean. Or in the middle of your eye. Either one is going to be fine. So you can see I have that color right there. I don't take it all the way into my eye. I'm going to continue and I'm going to move over to my not so mature eye, and I'm going to use the color Bright Eyes on this side of my face. I'm going to look like a big weirdo when all of this is said and done. Eye is open, outer corner, little circle of pop of color there, and then windshield wipe over. Same thing, I'm not going to go into the inner corner of my eye at all, stopping at the edge there of the colored part of my eye, keeping that eye open. And you're just blending the color. There's nothing special that you're doing with that windshield wiper motion except for blending the color. And you also want to be sure that you don't go past your eye, because then that's going to take the color down, and guess what? It's going to take the eye down, and we're going to start looking a little saggy, even when you're not really saggy, but you're giving the illusion that you are. So we want to keep things in line and distributed so that it looks like you're taking the eye up and keeping the color in line. Now, this is a good option, right? This side is matte, this side is shiny. You can see the shimmer. Okay, so up close, if this was a lighter color for me, like I said, I wouldn't use it. It would look crepey on me, and I don't prefer it. Some people like it, and that's fine. But this is my hint to you. All right, I'm gonna go back in now because I already have Bright Eyes on my brush, I'm gonna dab it in, and I'm gonna move back to my mature eye. So if I have a mature eye, I can use shimmer colors. They're beautiful. They sparkle and add so much, you know, ooh la la to the eye. But there are some places that we wanna keep it. We want to keep it right here, just in this spot, in the middle of the eyelid, not going over the crease. We want to concentrate it right there so that when we open up, we have just a little shimmer on top of the lid. You could also, if you really want to have like a really good pop of shimmer there, you could add just a dab of your highlight color there and then put the eyeshadow on with your finger, and it's just going to make it a little bit more intense. Also really pretty. So you can see I just kept it in the middle, and that's it. Okay, now I wiped off my brush just because I had that Bright Eyes on there, and I kind of added a lot of color to it, and I'm going to move over to my not mature eye. And I'm going to dip it in now the matte color, that Zion again. And this time I want to be just in the crease of my eye here. I'm just trying to add some depth by having a concentration of color right under the eye. And we don't have to be scared about using too much, because remember that we can just blend it down to tone it down, or when all else fails, don't be afraid to just wipe it away and start again. All right, so you see a little bit more depth when I open as well. All right, looking good, looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on that process of depth. So now I'm going to come to my basic brown. Well, it's called basic, but it is a brown. And I'm gonna also just dip my brush in there. This is gonna be the same for both eyes. I'm gonna come just in the outer corner, and I'm just gonna put a little dab there. Just like that. Kind of hard to see. I really have to make the colors intense. for video. But you would definitely see it in person. Okay. You can see it just along the outer corner of my eye there. I kept it just underneath. You can feel it in the crease there. That's it. And go over to the other side. Do the same thing. You guys, it is so hot in San Diego today. It's starting to feel like Texas. I'm a Texas girl at heart. But man, I can't take it anymore. I am such a wimp. Okay. There's the depth in the crease, keeping it on the outer corner of the lid. And now I'm gonna flip my eyeshadow everything brush over. I'm gonna take the nice thin side. Guys, this is my favorite eyeshadow brush. Even if you have an eyeshadow brush, throw it away and get this one. I'm not lying to you. It is one of the best brushes I have ever used. Okay, all right, sales pitch away. You're gonna come under your lid here and pull that color, that dark brown color, just underneath. And we'll get the other side. We can remember, blah, 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 blah. Remember to pull the color up like that. Okay, so pause. Here's another tip, okay? Underneath the eye, it is so nice to pull the shadow underneath your eye. It has so much more of an opening effect. And I just highly recommend it. I didn't used to do that. And then once I started using mascara makeup like 2 years ago, I learned about how much that adds to the overall look. So definitely bring in the color underneath your eye. And I'm gonna add just a little bit something special. I'm gonna go into my Bright Eyes Sparkle again on my not so mature eye, and I'm gonna go underneath. Now again, for a mature eye, adding sparkle underneath your eyes would probably not be such a great thing because it's going to show the fine lines a little bit more. I do have fine lines under my eyes. But like I said, I probably under normal circumstances would not put a shimmer under my eye. I would go back to my Zion, that matte color. Am I doing the right side? Yeah. Okay. And then this is the mature eye, no sparkle. And I'm just adding that color underneath. Just to pull that color down into the bottom of the eye. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can. Okay, so there we go. So on our not so mature eye, we had the sparkle, the shimmer of Bright Eyes, and then we have the matte in the crease right here of Zion. Over here, we had the Zion matte above the crease and Bright Eyes on the lid. Okay, I'm going to add shimmer on top of this lid as well, but I'm gonna do this one at the end because this one is going to be just so dramatic. All right, I'm gonna go into my Sabrina, which is this lighter color, this lighter white. I'm gonna dip that brush in, and now I'm just gonna go in the inner corner of my eye. Look, see, it just opens up, adds light. Sabrina, for any age, is beautiful. It's an excellent color, an excellent pop of light, right in here on the inner corners of the eye. If you have extremely mature skin where you do have a lot of fine line, gosh, I cannot talk today, a lot of fine lines in the inner corners of your eyes, I can recommend that you, instead of using Sabrina, if you just don't like the way that it looks, you can use the highlight color, or what you would know as a base color, Linen, to kind of just do the same thing with, but it's the mascara cream concealer, and it's not going to settle in as much as a shimmer would. I'm also going to do that in the arches of my eyebrow, both sides, just like that. Okay, like I said, we have sparkle on this lid, and I want to put it over here too. But I'm gonna use one of my favorite little colors called Blondie, and I'm gonna just add a little dip of it. Let me show it to you, how about that? Show it to you again, it's this guy right here. And I'm gonna put it right there. So not only do I have on my not so mature side shimmer on my lid right here with Blondie, I have shimmer right here and then shimmer inside. So lots of shimmer, right? Which just may not work for some, and that's fine. So we learn how to make it work for us. Okay, so there's that side. This side, we just had a more subtle look with Bright Eyes. All right, but what I can do on this side is take that Blondie, I'm gonna put it on the tip of here, and I'm just gonna dab it right there. And you can also put a dab right there, just to add a little sparkle. And do the same thing on Not So Mature. Okay. Looks good, right? All right, so I'm gonna turn you off for a hot second. I'm gonna put a little bit more mascara on and come back to you and show you the finished work. Okay, so final result, here it is. This is the shimmer side, and this is the shimmer side, but just on the lid, right? So same colors, different concept, depending on where you are with your skin. We don't have to shut ourselves off from never using shimmer again, but you know, maybe just pay attention to where we're putting them and be deliberate about where we place them. So even, I mean, if I were to really get in the camera, you could see here, Bright Eyes, that shimmer that we put on top of the lid, I put underneath the eye, and you could see totally that it's already catching in my fine lines. So I always go with no shimmer underneath for me, but just that matte underneath, getting that color that you put on your lid and pulling it down just a little bit on the outer corners of your eye, adding that depth with the darker brown really, really opens up the eye and just makes you look bright and beautiful and happy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I love these colors. I think they're warm and it just reminds me of summertime. All that kind of sunset and goldy, beautiful gorgeousness. I'll be sure to list all of the colors that I used in this tutorial in my information sheet on the actual post. And also, if you're interested in a color match, go to my bio or in my about page on Facebook and take the free color match quiz. I can get back to you with what colors would look best on you, what colors would match your skin as far as highlights go with mascara makeup. And it's free. If you're curious, let's just do it. Why not? Anyway, till next Monday, Glow Maker out.